Let's talk to Dark Knight Rises with the Sex Show 24/7. Because he's not the YouTube review that you deserve. More of the YouTube review that you need or something on those lines. I don't know, but he's really good. I need a cough drop right now. Alfred, I need a cough drop right now.
No, actually, I think they did a great job in not mentioning the Joker at all. After The Dark Knight and after Heath Ledger's, amazing performance, after his death and stuff, I don't think it would have been right for them to kind of just, piggyback off his success to bring him in the movie or just mention him. I think they did the right thing. I think, his character had his time to shine, in his movie. And you don't really even need him in this movie. So like I watched this movie 5 times already, and it really don't need him in the movie. You could have had him as a scene or something or like a cameo, but you don't really need him in this movie. This movie stands alone from the others. The only thing that really pertains to the Dark Knight is the events that happened with Two-Face and stuff like that, and Harvey Dent. So you don't really need the Joker in it, and I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they out of respect, they didn't mention him or anything like that. So I wasn't upset at all, and I think they made the right call. So that's my opinion. To tell you the truth, uh, they can try, but I don't think it's gonna ever happen. I think what Christopher Nolan did, this trilogy is like a once in a lifetime thing. I think you'll never see something like this again. I think that he understood the character of Batman. He understood the mythology. He understood, the world that Batman lives in, and he made it into the world that I've always imagined Batman to be in. Not too. It wasn't goofy. It didn't have all these neon lights. It didn't have craziness and all that. It was real. It was brought down to all world because that's who Batman is. He's just like us. He's human. So it wasn't over exaggerated or anything. It felt real. It felt organic. It felt natural, and that's how Batman should be, and that's how his story should be. It should be real dark, real gritty, and that's how I like it. And I think the way he told the story and the way he portrayed Batman and the way he portrayed all the characters, and and just the world and the universe that he lives in is once in a lifetime, and it can never be duplicated again. So you will never see it again. I promise you that. I feel sorry for the next person who has to reboot this thing coming off like just this. I feel sorry for it, for that person. But it's not to say that Batman, the next Batman movie won't be good, but it's not going to live up to what these movies are and what these movies mean to a lot of people, especially me. I can tell you that right now. I see that right now, and yeah. So I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I'm sorry. Yes, I think Anne Hathaway did an amazing job, and it goes back to what I was saying about with Christopher Nolan and him understanding this world and this universe and these characters. He found an actress who was beautiful, but who can actually act and who can actually portray the Catwoman that he envisioned, and that's what Anne Hathaway did. Yes, a lot of people had their doubts and stuff, and a lot of people didn't really like the choice because they didn't think she was sexy enough, or she was, like, yeah, she's pretty, but she's not sexy like Catwoman. When I saw this movie and when I saw her first scene with like Bruce Wayne, I was like, that's Catwoman. That's how Selena Kyle's supposed to be, and that's why I envision her. I don't envision her drinking milk out of that. I don't envision her doing none of this. I don't know. I envision her being smart, sexy, very sly and seductive, and very conning, like a con artist. That's who she is, and that's what Anne Hathaway did, and that's what I liked, and that's what I always thought Catwoman should be. That she makes a perfect complement to Bruce Wayne and Batman, and that's who Catwoman is, and that's what Anne Hathaway brought to the table. She was a very good complement to Bruce Wayne, and then when she was Catwoman and Bruce Wayne was Batman, she made a very good complement with Batman as Catwoman. So that's what I thought she did well. Um, and like I said, uh, I like um, I like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. I like I do like it. Do not get me wrong. I do like her in Batman Returns, and she works for that universe. You know what I mean? She works for that universe of how Tim Burton made it, but that's not how I envision Catwoman to be. You know what I mean? I don't envision her to actually have 9 lives like a cat or anything like that. I envision her to be a real person with just great fighting abilities, great, con artist abilities, and being sexy at the same time, and being smart and being likable and charismatic. So that's what Anne Hathaway brought to the table, and that's why I think she's the best Catwoman, and I'm sticking to that.
Because he's Batman.
No, I'm just playing. Really, it comes down to, he survived, the reactor because of the autopilot. Like, they was talking about, him and Lucia was talking about how he needs to fix the autopilot and stuff like that. And when I first saw it, I was like, well, when he picked up the bomb and stuff and hooked it up to the bat, he told Selena and everybody that the autopilot didn't work. But then when I go back and watch it again, I think he said that because he knew he wasn't going to come back. He already knew that he needed to kind of fake his own death. So that gives him the perfect alibi right there, that he already told everybody that, the autopilot didn't work, so they think like it's only a one-way ticket. You know what I mean? So I think that's what he did. I think he already fixed it. I think he already fixed it when he first got the bat. I think that he told Lucius Fox that he didn't fix it, and then I think he told everybody else, like towards the end, that he didn't fix the autopilot, or the bat doesn't have autopilot. But we all know that he did, and we all know that he survived, and we all know he faked his death. And I think that's what he wanted all along. He wanted an escape route to really leave this world of being Batman, because he couldn't do it forever, and I thought that was the best way to do it. And I think that's what it really boiled down to. That's my opinion. I don't know, I could be right, I could be wrong, but that's what I think he actually did. So tell me what you guys think. To tell you the truth, and this is just my honest opinion, I think a lot of people are just looking too much into this like whole Robin thing. I think that's just his name. I don't think he's gonna be Robin or anything like that. I think he's gonna be Batman. I think Officer Blake is actually going to be Batman. I think his name is just Robin, give just to have that fan service, because we all know that if you look back in a lot of interviews and stuff that they've been talking about with Batman, Christopher Nolan said that Robin will never be in his universe. And when he means Robin, he means the sidekick Robin. He means, the boy wonder Robin. And I think what he did was, like, he understood that this is the last movie in his epic trilogy, and he needs to, just give a little fan service. And that's why he named him. That's why he named Blake Robin. That's why his real name. I don't think he's the Robin, boy wonder, none of that. I think he just named him that for the fan service, so everybody's like, hey, at least we got a little hint that, of that Robin thing, and that's what I think he did. I think he just did like a little fan service to everybody. But I think Blake is just going to be a Batman. Simple as that. Okay, now it's the same thing like I just said before. I don't think he was Robin. I think that was just a fan service name. I think this movie revolves around how Bruce Wayne legend ends as Batman, and John Blake's rises as Batman, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? That, the legend of Bruce Wayne as Batman ends, while the new Dark Knight rises as John Blake. I think that's what this whole movie is really all about. I think that's how they made his character out to be. And that's what I think, he really is. I think he was, created to be the new Batman in Christopher Nolan's universe, and I'm sticking to it, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay, it's a lot of damn John Blake questions. For this one, I don't know. Like, for me personally, if I was Christopher Nolan, to really, really mess with people's heads and stuff, and this is the end of a trilogy, and we already know that Blake is going to be Batman. But if you want to really give people a real good fan service, I think Christopher Nolan should have did this. When he goes up to get his his bag wherever, and the lady says, well, this doesn't work. He said, okay, let me try my real name, and then she takes it, says, oh, I like this. You should keep this. Um, Jason Timothy Grayson. Now that would have really been a very good fan service, because those are the three big Robins, the ones that really count. You know what I mean? If his real name would have actually been Jason Timothy Grayson, I think that would have got a way bigger reaction. I think that would have been a better fan service. But I still like that, his name was just Robin. It's simple. Everybody knows who Robin is. But yeah, I think that would have just been a very good fan service if his name was just Jason Timothy Grayson. But that's just my opinion. And yeah, but I think really he kind of reminds me of kind of like all three of them. He kind of reminds me of all three of them. That's why I think they made him into, John Blake, into that character. I think he's just a mixture of all three Robins, Robins that really mean a damn, you know what I mean? The ones that count. I think he's just a mixture of all three of those put together, and that's what you get, John Blake. So that's what I think. And that's why I think that's what should happen. Or whatever, No. No, no, no. Because at this point, when you actually think, when Batman goes into, the sky and the thing blows up, and you're like, oh man, then you're like, maybe he got out, maybe he got out. But then when you hear Alfred's voice, and when you hear Commissioner Gordon's voice, and then you see Alfred, and then you see just the grave that says Bruce Wayne, and then Martha Wayne, and and his father, and the grave site, yo, like, I prepared, like, going into this movie, I prepared myself for two things. I prepared myself, okay, maybe Batman will die. So I had to prepare myself. Maybe Batman or Bruce Wayne will die. Maybe one of them will die. So I had to prepare myself going into this movie. So when I was watching, I was like, okay, I'm not ready for it. I wouldn't be ready for it, because I was a hot mess when I saw that graves scene with Alfred. I was a hot mess, crying, tears, all that, like snot bubble, all that, like snot bubble, all that. I couldn't handle it. So I'm glad they did what they did. Because I don't know if I would have been able to handle it. I'll probably still be in the damn movie theater, crying, sobbing. I can't do it. I won't do it. Nope. All right, now this is what really kind of drives me crazy when you come from a movie like this, an amazing movie, a masterpiece of a movie, and then you get people that comment and say, man, why didn't it show way more Batman? We saw too much damn Bruce Wayne. I want to see more Batman. And I can understand if you're not really like a real Batman or comic book fan, but a real comic book fan will understand that Bruce Wayne is Batman, or Batman is Bruce Wayne. Either way. And what makes Batman Batman is Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? What makes Batman the symbol is who's under the mask, who's under the cowl, who goes late at night to beat up people, who goes to save Gotham City. Is Bruce Wayne and his mentality. So I like the fact that you see Bruce Wayne, who is Batman. Don't forget that. Now, let's not forget that. Who is Batman? You see Batman without the mask. And that's what I like in this movie. You see Batman without the mask. And that's what was so powerful about this movie. You see him stripped of everything. Everything. From Alfred leaving, from Rachel dying, from just everything. From getting his ass beat by Bane, to going down into the pit and have to figure out how to become Batman again. You see the unmasking of Batman, and you see what makes him him. And what makes him him is Bruce Wayne and his will to be more than just a symbol, be more than just a superhero, and that's what I like. I like to see I like to see that. I don't like to see it, but it was powerful for me to see him struggle. Because a lot of times in superhero movies, you don't see the superhero struggle that much. You know what I mean? You don't see the superhero struggle, like really struggle, like and get their ass beat and be rock bottom. And that's what you saw with Bruce Wayne, and that's what made Bruce Wayne Batman. That he had to struggle to get back to where he used to be, to get back to that symbol. You know what I mean? And that's what I like. I thought was so good that we saw way more than Bruce Wayne than Batman, because really, on how I look at it, it wasn't. You can either say it was Bruce Wayne that you saw more of, or you can really say it was just the unmasking of Batman. You saw Batman without the mask, and that's what that's how I really saw it. I didn't really see it as kind of Bruce Wayne. I saw it as Batman without the mask, and him trying to really become Batman, to put that mask back on, and to come and to go through all the struggles and stuff. And that's what I liked, and I have no complaints about it. So that's me. That's my opinion. This is one of those questions where it's just hard to kind of just vote, because they're both good in their respective ways. You know what I mean? They're both good. I think Tom Hardy did something what Heath Ledger did. I think he brought the same kind of magic. Yes, Heath Ledger brought a magic that you will never see ever again, and that's because he was the Joker, and the Joker means a lot more to Batman than Bane means to the Joker. You see what I'm saying? So most of the time, you're gonna always lean to the Joker because he means more to the Batman mythology. But when it comes to the movies, when you talking about just a perfect character, you go with the Joker. But when you want to talk about a perfect villain or the perfect adversary for Batman to face, then you go with Bane, because that interrogation scene with Batman in The Dark Knight was just epic and masterful. And I think Tom Hardy had his own interrogation scene in The Dark Knight Rises. I think he had his own scene, and that scene to me was the one when he first fought Batman, and then he was beat Batman's ass, and Batman tried to throw everything at him, and Batman cuts off the lights and stuff. And that scene right there, when he cuts off the lights, and you see Bane, kind of just shake his head like, oh, that with, and he talks about how he was molded from the darkness, and that he didn't see the light till he was like a man. That scene was powerful, and that was his Joker scene. And it's just so hard to compare the two, because they're both great in their respectful way. So I don't even want to choose. So I like both just kind of equal. You know what I mean? I really do. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. I was going to make this into a 2-part video, but you know what? I don't feel like editing down to 2 parts. This is a 20-minute video. You can watch half, come back, watch the other half. You can do it like that. Thank you to all the people that sent me questions. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to everybody, but I tried my best. But I have some other stuff for you to watch at the end of this video. Just some stuff that I was goofing around with and stuff like that. And I have the video of my intro, so check that out. So this is the Cirque Show 24/7.
When this long ass video is over, then you have my permission to subscribe. Or you can subscribe now. But either way, you have my permission. Let the games begin!
Let's start The Dark Knight Rises with the Cirque Show 24/7. Because he's not the YouTube review that you deserve. More of the YouTube review that you need or something. On those lines. I don't know, but he's really good. I need a cough drop right now. Alfred, I need a cough drop right now.
Coming, Mr. Wayne.